our third round with this pattern, notice that we've added something new here. What you're going to start to see, not only is B going to be replaced by a number and C be replaced by a number, but now we've also got the A. The A, B, and the C will all be replaced by numbers. So the pattern is the same. We're going to be doing, as I like to call it, reverse FOIL. But there's a little more to think about because we've got an extra number on this first term. So let's start with 2x squared plus 7x minus 9. We're factoring it. We're still factoring it down to two binomials. Now for some of these, there's still not a lot of choices for how to get 2x squared. But what we're going to see is that the order in which you write them can make a difference. So let's start 2x squared. The only way to get that, what must I have multiplied if I got 2x squared? Vincent? Okay, good. So 2x times 1x. Okay? Now, I'm writing these in pencil in case we need to erase and move things around. Okay? 9. I've got factors of 1 and 9 and 3 and 3. Luke, would you shut that back door, please? See if that'll help. It's hard with that missing window over there. Okay. Now, here's the problem. You look at this. We've been looking at these two factors for our last digit and trying to see which ones can combine to make this. Except now it's not going to be as obvious because when I do outer, it's not just this factor. That factor is being multiplied by 2. So let's say we decided to try 3 and 3. 3 times 2x, 6x. 3 times x, 3x. Is there any way to combine, using positive and negative signs, 6x and 3x to make 7x? Okay, good. No, there's not. Now the 3 and the 3, we could flip them in the other order, but that won't make a difference. They're still the same number. So we go, okay, that one didn't work. So now we have to try, but there's only one other choice, the 1 and the 9. So first I go 1 and 9. 2x times 9, 18x. 1 times x, 1x. Is there any way to combine those to get 7? No, but guess what? We're not done yet. We can't stop and say it's prime because the other choice I have is to move these into the other order. Instead of 1 and 9, what if I tried 9 and 1? 2x times 1, 2x. 9 times x, 9x. Oh, hold on. If I need a positive 7 in the middle, if I make a positive 9 and a negative 2, oh, that would make positive 7. Now to place your signs, right, if this one is the positive, then this inner one is where I'm putting it. This one is the negative, so I put my negative out here. Let's double check. FOIL, 2x times x, 2x squared, that works. Outer, negative 2x. Inner, positive 9x, that combines to make positive 7. Finally, L for last, positive times negative makes a negative. So before you can stop and say, oh, it doesn't work, it must be prime, you have to switch the factors because we're not just taking the factor alone. Now we're multiplying it by this first term. Let's do another one. So this one, it just takes a little more, what I call just trial and error. You try one, you see if it works. You erase if it doesn't, and you try another one. 14x squared minus 17x plus 5. Now, 14x squared is the one that has more choices here. We know it's going to be x times x, but we've got 1 and 14. Or 2 times 7. So let's start with the easier one. Let's start with L for last, because guess what? There's only one choice. How can I make 5? What two numbers could I multiply, Jim? 1 times 5 is my only choice for the L in last. So I can start with that. Now, 14, I know I'm going to have an x and an x to get the x squared. I need to figure out what number goes in front. Anybody want to suggest a starting place? No? Okay. Let's try starting with 2 and 7. Okay, so again, we have to try to decide which one's going to work. If I did 7 and 2, oh wait, 35x and 2x, I can tell already that's too big. 35 and 2, I can't make 17. So the next thing I do, I go, okay, before I skip to the 1 and 14, let's try just flip-flopping the 7 and the 2 and put them in the other position. If I start with 2x times 7x, 2x times 5 is 10x, 1 times 7x, oh, 2, now hopefully this shows up well, I'm realizing as I look, hopefully, can you guys see my pencil marks okay? Yes. Okay. If it gets hard to see, let me know, I realize it's a little bit of a glare. So first we switch them in the other order. 10 and 7, oh wait, if it's negative 17, if I make both of these negative, that looks like it'll work. Let's double check. 2x times 7x makes 14x squared. Negative 10x and negative 7x combines to make negative 17. And then finally, L for last, negative times negative makes a positive. So again, you pick one factor, if you think, or one pair of factors. If you think you can get it right the first time, that's great. But you may, if you pick one and it's wrong, first change them before you decide that factor pair doesn't work and moving to a new one. Okay, you got to try all the possibilities. Let's do one more. First of all, let's see. Well, let me try to show you one if I can find one here that's prime. Let's do one that's prime. Of course, you won't know it's prime when you're doing the homework, but 2m squared plus 3m plus 5. 2m squared, hey, there's only one choice. 2m times 1m. 5, there's only one choice, 1 and 5. But again, we have to try all the options. So I'll show you what I mean. If we did outer, 2m times 5, 10m. 1 times m, 1m. Okay, I cannot combine those to make 3. But before I decide it's prime, remember that we have to flip-flop. I'm just going to change the 5 and the 1 into the other order. And if we do that, 2m times 1 is 2m. 5 times m is 5m. Could I make 3m from that? Daniel, what signs would I need?
You need positive for 5 and negative for 6.
Good. If we did that, wait, it looks like it works, except when we double check L for last, positive times negative makes a negative, and this is a positive. So again, I will tell you how many prime there are. This one, prime, because there's no other options. 5 doesn't have any other factors. 2 doesn't have any other factors. Okay? So it does get a little trickier. You have to keep trying. If it doesn't work, flip-flop the factors into the other positions, try it again. If that doesn't work and there's another factor pair, so let's say we had tried 7 and 2, it didn't work, we flipped it to 2 and 7, that didn't work, then we go, okay, this pair doesn't work, but let me try this pair. 1 and 14, nope. 14 and 1, nope. Then it would be prime. Any questions? Anybody want me to do one more? One more, okay, let's do one more. One more for practice. Let me see if I can find a good one here. Let's try 5x squared minus 17x plus 6. Now again, some of these there's only one option. So I'm going to suggest that when there's only one option, like 5x squared, there's only one choice, 5x times 1x, that leave that one alone. Don't try switching both of them, right? Let's leave that one. I know that's the only option. For the 6 though, it could be 1 and 6, it could be 2 and 3. That's the part I'm going to do in pencil, because those I'm going to need to switch around. Anybody want to suggest a pair to start? Eyeballing it, you think you have a good starting point? Daniel?
2 and 3.
Okay, Daniel says let's try 2 and 3. Oh, 15x and 2x. Oh, we might have picked the right pair. And I put 2 and 3, that might work out. Maybe if you'd started with 3 and 2, maybe it doesn't. But sometimes you get lucky, you get it right on the first try. 15 and 2 to make negative 17. What signs would I use? Leanna?
They both have to be negative.
Yep, both negative. And let's do our double check. Just kind of double check. 5 times x, 5x squared. Outer, negative 15x. inner, negative 2x, that combines to make negative 17, and last, negative times negative makes a positive. We got it. Got lucky on that one. Daniel picked a good one to start with. The 2 and the 3 was a good guess. Sometimes you are just guessing. Sometimes you can do a little quick mental math and maybe not guess, maybe get a better starting point. Okay, so that's it for today. Your homework, page 222. Numbers 2 to 24 evens, and there will be only one is prime.